to the subject, the concept of leadership fitness, particularly because as we have entered this era, either within the pandemic in some, in some instances, or post-pandemic era in some instances, what is it about leadership that needs to speak to fitness and that concept of adaptability? We spoke about the concept of adaptability quotient. What is the place of leadership fitness in that? Especially because no matter how good you are, or no matter how strong you think you might be in terms of your leadership, none of us has led through have led through a pandemic before, and so this is uncharted territory for everyone, irrespective of who you are. Nobody's 100 years old here yet. So can you expand a bit on that concept of leadership fitness and how it speaks to where we are right now in terms of leadership development?
Yeah. Akin and all your good guests. I think leadership fitness is situational in the sense that depending on the environment you find yourself in, different competencies or being proficient at different leadership competencies will define your fitness for the environment. So if you're in a high-performing organization, then maybe the competencies they require from you as a leader, because there are many, of course, maybe there are some key ones that you have to be very good at, which means your leadership fit in those areas in order to be effective in your environment. Okay, so it can be different from one environment, one country to the next, that sort of thing. But ultimately, there are some universal similarities. And I'm going to mention just 4 that to me universally describes a leadership fit mentality. A person who is leadership fit will be able to tick the box behind each of these 4 principles that I'll mention. And of course, then we can, in our conversation, contextualize it with regards to the current environment. The first one is authentic desires. So someone who's leadership fit, their desires are fit, their desires are pure, they want that leadership position for the right reasons, and they want to be good at it. Now, you and I know in a corporate environment, we can want leadership positions for many reasons, many of which are not authentic, many of which are not bad. I can want it for more money, for the corner office, for the perks, for the status, for whatever it is. But, and those are not on the high end of the authentic scale. Okay, so my desires must be real, authentic, and I must want to be a great leader. Because again, it's like, do I want to be fit, physically fit? If I don't want to be physically fit, I'm not going to get up early in the morning and go for a run or go to the club or the gym. So that desire is exceptionally important for me to be a leadership fit person. The second one is being true to your best self. Now, what I mean by true to your best self is you've got to understand your best self. We all have a best and a worst self. And our worst self is our enemy. And when we're really tired and miserable, then our worst self comes up. When we're under pressure, our worst self comes up. So a leadership fit person, firstly, understands what their best self looks like. And secondly, they strive consciously every day to be that best self, which means they are character fit. And the more there's congruency between understanding my best self and being my best self, the more leadership fit I am and the more character fit I am. So the first one is my authentic desires, want the position, the leadership position, be it title or not, and I want to be good at it. Second one is true to my best self. And then the third one, very difficult in today's world, is consistent performance. Creating that positive movement consistently, whether it's difficult times or not, somehow with my team. And because I am who I am and because we are who we are, we're able to create that consistent movement towards a better place. So consistent performance. And we often talk about the law of movement there and how you create movement. So that's the third one. And the fourth one, if you look around at who are the leadership fit people in my organization, these are the things you can look for. And then the fourth one, very important, we call it seamless thinking, but you can call it impossibility thinking. It's that ability to believe that impossible is possible. It's the ability to look beyond boundaries, to think seamless, to think and to tell your people that I know it seems impossible, but it can be done. Now let's talk about those barriers that are preventing you from believing it can be done. Let's talk about that. Let's break them down slowly but surely. But we will be seamless leaders, and we will believe the impossible is possible. So in today's world, I'll tell you something, the expectations you had of organizations 18 months ago of how they needed to grow and perform and at what rate and so on, it's changed radically, but you still need to perform as a leader. And you've got to start thinking impossible if you're going to be successful. So those are the 4 areas that I think one needs to tick a box across, or tick a box and move forward. And therefore you can see all the little extra elements around those 4 that we need in terms of leadership fitness, you know, self-awareness, emotional intelligence, all those great things we talk about are all courage, you know, courage, believing I can do the impossible with my people. I don't know if that helps you. So that's how we define leadership fitness from all the interviews and working with leaders.
Great. Thank you so much.